short-handed again because things are terrible, and also Kel is unconscious. So don't know when the booth will arrive, if he will arrive at all. He's sleeping. The nap protocol is too strong. Anyway, let's just get right into the recap. Because, as Jinx admitted, he doesn't remember shit about what happened last week. It's a good thing I do.
Yep, don't remember shit.
TLDR.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
TLDR. You guys drove past where Ted Cruz was. Sneck found out what the pants do, which is basically a belt of dwarven kind that are glamored to like color and style themselves however Sneck wishes to. So he has fancy pants that will eventually potentially make him a bearded kobold. So that'll be great.
Bearded lizard.
Ooh, actually, I need to have a thing about that come up in a minute too. Because did Sneck get into those?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you increased his con and everything?
Not yet, actually.
Yeah, while wearing the the cold space sweatpants, as I'm going to call the item, your con increases by +2, which means your con modifier goes up by 1, so you gain your level in HP as well. Sneck is sturdier.
Does he finally have over 100 HP?
Maybe.
I think he's been at over 100 since we leveled up. But anyway, beat out the pants. On your way to Adnet, you cross paths with a shout out to a fake character who told you that, hey, Ereshkigal is headed towards that city, but not unlike the warpath, she just coming that way. And some people are like, peace, and just run in the other direction. Because some of them have too strong a self-preservation instinct, despite the fact they know the dragon isn't there to just fuck their day sideways.
That's an appropriate response, given what little my character knows of Ereshkigal, which is basically, if you hear she's coming, run.
If she is present, avoid. Just like walking towards Ereshkigal, you just get hit in the face by a sign that just says "don't" on it.
Just don't.
How about a sign that says "don't"? You can hit people with it. Anyway, you know that she's coming. Or is there? Not sure. You made it to the Door to Hawk's shop, complete with the plan to have him duplicate the Fang Collar. Evelyn showed up to assist with that plan. Hawk, you have maxed out your social link with Hawk because he's like, so you want me to fucking copy Excalibur?
Yes.
And he's just like, you're my best friend. Just starts going to work, yelling at his apprentice. Sneck met a business neighbor of Hawk's, Zud, and started to get his gun upgraded. Train's been doing justice. Fenlis and Celestine keep going to the park. Padma and Jackie were up to something. Arvin disappeared after Evelyn just like, no mine, and walked out the door with him when you guys first dropped off the plan with Hawk. And oh yeah, you were just waking up in the morning and Arvin's back. Terrain is still gone. But you assume you'll hear at some point on the wind the sound of justice.
Yup.
So it's like he's not a mysterious one to just fuck off to somewhere. And you are on day 2 of 5 for the whole overall make the fake Fang collar. The fake collar.
Yep. And I believe somewhere in there I was updating Courtmaster Coward.
Yeah, you informed
him, yes.
the little bitch druid. Yeah, you told him what's up.
Courtmaster bitch.
Listen, man, Courtmaster Virian could cast 8th and or 9th level spells as far as you know. He is technically stronger than anyone in the party.
I'm not doubting that. He's still a cowardly bitch. Ninth
Listen.
level dimension door.
Varian appears next to you. What the fuck you say about me? And just slap you in the face before disappearing.
Sup, bitch? Heard you talking
He just
shit.
shows up. Gah! He was like, how the fuck? Why is there a treant in my shoes? And why is it angry? You just suddenly put your foot in there, just like there's a piranha plant sticking out, gnawing on your leg, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Like, really?
Why do you do this?
And if I
There's
don't
just a
see...
little note on the problem that says, you heard you talking shit, signed Varian.
Oh, here's the best part. His knee-jerk reaction be like, God damn it, Alias, really?
He wouldn't even give Varian the credit.
Well, unless he sees him do it.
Yeah, true. Very fair response.
Anyway. Oh,
But yes, you guys were...
Arvin, you're back. How was your time with Evelyn? Hopefully there was some fun along with any business you were conducting.
You see him kind of look at you, and you see, because of your observer feat, you could see the moment where the gears are turning to him to consider, wonder what would happen if I tased him right now.
Don't tase me.
No, you just see the thought. He doesn't go anywhere, but you can see like the where the consideration is just like now working into his head, just like, do I level 1 shock and grasp him, or just, nah? So far, it seems like nah is winning.
Thankfully. As well, he being somewhat of an ass with it, he genuinely wants Arvin to be happy.
Hmm.
If that happiness comes from a 3,000-year-old dragon, he's definitely not one to judge.
Well, yeah,
For
especially
very
when
obvious
Arvin is descended from such a situation anyway.
This is also true.
Technically, multiple such situations, but that's a different story.
Yes, it is. May I ask the nature of your business, by the way, or is that more of a private thing?
I assume like you guys are just like asking this like over breakfast or something, so it's just like
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
the
You
see him, like-
just kind of drug him off without so much as a word.
like as you say, this starts like eating a bowl of just like Oreo cookies and cream cereal, basically, because that's just what he got from like the hotel. Don't ask how or why they have it. He just does. I don't want to justify anything right now. He's hungry. He's just eating a bowl of that, and you see him just like deliberating how to answer. And he takes another bite. You see him put down the bowl and like, and this is the first time you actually notice this, which is surprising to you. You see him adjust a scarf that he did not have the last time you saw him.
Ooh. Like a knit scarf or a silk scarf or...
Admittedly, you're not sure. It's... whatever it is, it's a thin, like, dark material that seems to, like, gleam a little, like, catch slightly in the light, and then you... as it's, like, very quick thing, you only catch this because you have the observant feat. Realize, oh, that scarf is made of black dragon scale.
Oh.
But it's moving like cloth. What the fuck?
That's interesting.
It's also like mostly tucked into his coat a little bit, so yeah, it's surprising to see you at first set. You probably could easily just pass off just like the collar of a shirt.
Yeah.
And until he adjusted it and he realized, oh wait, I could still see his shirt slightly under where the scarf is. That's definitely like a neck accessory. He just adjusts it and then goes back to his cereal. It's a bit more of a personal matter.
Fair enough. I won't pry. Enjoys his... whatchamaffuckit. Sausage
Whatever
bacon
the fuck you want to
biscuit.
say he had for breakfast, he had for breakfast. I don't give a shit.
Not the... basically an egg McMuffin.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, you get like a king size one of those suckers.
Oh yeah. And a large glass of milk. Because like my real life self, he likes milk a lot.
He's a fucking cat. Of course he should. Snack BRB'd.
Yes, he did.
Up.
Gale, but flows like cloth. That's interesting.
Yeah, like it's got like the folds and everything. Like it's behaving like cloth would, but it looks like it's made of like, you know, or it looks like it should have like the consistency of a piece of just like dragon scales, something like it, by all accounts, it shouldn't move the way it does, and that's why it kind of stands out to you.
Have you learned anything? I know we've been kind of running around doing crazy shit, but have you learned anything new about what's going on with you? I'm referring to the veins of light or whatever, and him basically drinking the essence of WOTTyssey, I think it was.
It was some like magical. It was the essence of her magic that she'd done in like a ward or something. I honestly forget the whole like rigmarole I had for what it was. I just know where he got it and what it does and what it was going to do to him.
Yes. He had veins of light coming up his arms. He drank it and they receded.
Oh yeah, but that was that. You also know that was the arm where the spectrum bracer was.
Oh yes.
And that he had to force it off himself.
Yep.
As he like kind of looks at his left arm a little bit. It's still like slowly been healing over the time. You can still see like some of the like marks, but it's like these not super visible scars. They're going away to, you know, reasonable pace, not like too fast or too slow or nothing.
Yeah.
But given how his skin is the color of ash, you can easily tell whether scarring for something that looks darker. Or actually, technically, it would be lighter.
Yeah, it'd probably be lighter.
Yeah. It's all light energy. He's like, kind of looks at the arms, kind of shrugs. Not particularly. Or at least, nothing that matters in a long run sort of situation.
Fair enough. Nom nom.
You just go back to your guys' breakfast. Oh Lord! Ah, fuck! I forgot to clear the chat history for this week. Ah, whatever.
I cleared mine personally.
Yeah, but I forgot to clear it for the whole campaign. The master control delete. Yeah. I mean, there's not much going on at the moment because, like, you and me are literally the only ones here right now because Snek is AFK, Kel is unconscious, Tori's at work, Rin's in hell, and Darren is God knows where.
All we know is he is nowhere near a computer.
Yeah. It'll be real awkward if no one else gets back before you have to go away for dinner because then I gotta fucking keep this shit show afloat by myself.
Oh, God.
Also, you're roboting out really bad.
Damn it, Discord.
Oh, wait. No, you're fine now. You were for a second, but now it's fine.
Fuck you, Discord.
Good response there.
Yeah, Discord likes to do that sometimes, I guess. I'm gonna casually check my phone while I'm eating. Just to see if Indala responded while I was sleeping or something.
Nerp.
Okay. Given that she's a 3,000-year-old dragon, at a minimum 3,000, he's not overly concerned.
I mean, yeah, Durgans get pretty old.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, it's just the two of us. Let's just fucking make the best of this. So sometime after fucking, you know, the breakfast chat, you guys, you know, make sure what everyone's like doing while you kill time. Until Snek gets back, Snek is working on Snekbot. like next to the bus. He's like chilling with like some tools. He's just making sure Snackbot, works. Also checking the bus too. Terrain is just fuck. You occasionally swear you just hear a distant cry of the word justice every so often. You're like, all right, he's fine.
Yep. Still hearing cries of justice. We're good.
Occasional thunderclaps. Like Terrain's just out here to attack villains, and he's having such a good time right now.
Who would have thought such a quiet little town would hold so much villainy?
Well, this isn't a little town. This is the capital city of Nexima.
This is also true.
So you're in like fucking the fuck is the capital of California? It's about that, or like basically LA. Just a big city with a lot of things, and it's just
lots of things.
Kinds of fuckery. Padma's tending to her little menagerie.
She's gonna have like 5 pets by the end of the campaign. I just know it.
Well, it's only got 2. One of them is bonded
She's
to her.
almost halfway there.
I mean, you guys. No, I'll save that for when there's more people here. Because you do have a way to get more pets.
Oh, I'm sure we do.
It's been inventory for a while. Fenless is, playing Boof's minder as the Boof is running around the park playing with kids and attacking birds and squirrels and shit. Boof just Boof things.
Being nice to kids, asserting his dominance over lesser creatures.
Dealing with the Rudenings. Which just leaves Arvin and Giacchio just sort of bumming around doing whatever the fuck.
Yup.
To which point, wherever the fuck Giacchio is doing a thing, Arvin's gonna catch up with him.
He's just gonna... Yeah, I can't think of... Off the top of my head, I can't think of what I want him to do other than just kind of bum around the city.
I mean, to be fair, there's not much you guys can do aside from like actively trying to go find things to, just find a hornet's nest you need to go deal with or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or have one come to you, either way.
I'll do half that and do like half research if there's any like... I don't know if I did this or not and what the answer was, but more or less formal. Learn to speak there, Jinx. Formal schools of blood hunting.
You know they exist. You have no idea where they would be, though, is the thing. Because you got that from your little side encounter with Molly Mock.
Yeah.
Like, he mentioned that you reminded him of, various orders and shit. Well, while you're like traveling between like research places or whatever the fuck, Arvin's gonna like have a little chat. And it's like as you guys are walking somewhere or just stop somewhere, I don't fucking know. You figure it out.
You can walk and talk.
Yeah, just keep an ear out for, sneaky types. Because you never fucking know. You guys are kind of on the radar. Kind of. Arvin, like as you guys are walking, like Arvin just suddenly asks, "So what's step 2? Or well, 3
of our plan?"
He's like, "Yeah, I mean, we have craft fake Fang color, get it to them, and then I don't know where we go from there. Do we intercept the deal? Do we report to the authorities so they can intercept it? Or just what?"
I would say probably a combination of both of those, because Never hurts to have extra bodies. Something like that. Especially considering who we're dealing with.
Yeah. If he's powerful enough to ward off what I can only assume to be an archdruid from retrieving his family and simply washing his hands of the whole business. Probably has a fairly large network of flunkies, especially if he's working with the mafia.
Especially a mafia who seems to have their hands in a little bit of everything. Make them probably a fairly large organization, to say the least.
Definitely. I need to roll a thing now for Arvin. How well do you remember? Pretty well.
Pretty well indeed.
Oh, hey, Snack's back.
Huzzah!
While this is all happening, since I didn't know what you were up to while you were BRB'd, Sneck is doing maintenance on Sneckbot and the bus.
That's fine.
So Arvin thinks, I know of them. I know vaguely where their most common theorized place of their central base of operations is. And I've heard a few unsettling rumors, but I can't say I'm terribly familiar with the Deslins and the whole illegal underground business.
Which would be semi-surprising for, again, they seem to have their hands in everything from what we've been told so far. Which would, which would bring the assumption that they have some level of size, which you would think would make them a little more easier to track. It means they're pretty good at keeping underground, which might sound like an obvious statement, but with a large organization that gets fairly difficult.
Yes, I mean, if nothing else, they might just have a good front, because at the very least, I don't think it'd be too hard pressed for most people to just know on the surface level that if you hear the name Desland, it's probably bad. I mean, until, well, he gestures towards his arm and then vaguely back in the direction you guys came from the hotel towards, until before this, and until my cousin had her little issue happen. All I knew of them was just, if you hear someone named Deslin is involved in any sort of deal, just don't do it. Just don't take that deal. It's not worth it. It's bad. Only bad things happen.
Good advice.
No, to be fair, I also heard they used to be a bit up there in assassinations for quite a while. I'm not quite sure how reliable the source is, given, well, he sort of thinks, and he seems debating and is it actually that unreliable or no? No, it's a bit of a question mark, but I don't know how losing one assassin makes them just leave the assassination business entirely. Or at the very least become less effective to the point where they're not the go-to.
My ears prick up at the thought of this assassin. Do you have any further information about this assassin? Like who they were?
The one they lost?
Yeah. Possibly any prolific assassinations they allegedly or confirmed carried out?
After I heard that from I heard that one from Evelyn before we left Megas, when she was a bit concerned about my whole, he gestures towards his arm. Because it was right before you guys left because it was right before you guys finished the arc in Megas that he had that happen.
Oh, yes, yep, that's right.
And he did disappear for part of the week to do something, so. The way she phrased it, it was someone. It was a long time ago, actually. With that history check. Yeah, he would remember. Was at least. Quick question: how long ago was Giacchio's mom murdered?
That's what I was looking for. I was like,
Yeah,
I know where he's going with this.
Because that's actually relevant to what I'm talking about. Not in the way you think, but it's relevant for what I need it for.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Or at very least give me his age when it happened and his age now. The things the DM should know but forgets.
No, I'm just double checking my age here.
No, I mean the backstory stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm just age, make sure. About 5 or 6, so. And he is close to my actual age. Say about 2 decades.
So 20 years?
Roughly 20 years.
It was about believe in the ballpark of 10 to 13 years ago. No more than 15 at the most. But that was when the supposed incident that rid the world of that particular assassin in some way, shape, or form happened.
I'd say like, there was some major incident and he just disappeared, is what he's saying.
As far as he knows, like something like they were doing a thing 15 years ago, and after that they're just fucking gone. So yeah, like he was. Well, to be fair, we could go. It was supposedly it was a kill gone wrong, or an attempted kill gone wrong. Well, wrong for the assassin anyway.
What more can you tell me?
I actually looked into it after the. It was no like record of the would-be murderer.
Bro, of course.
Well, I say this. The reports I could find with, assistance from Evelyn and her own memory from having, by her account, been in the city where it happened. That exact on the day it happened as well. For certain, the assassin is missing part of their face. Because it seems they lost an eye after the bodyguard of the person they were sent to kill intercepted it and was, unfortunately for the would-be killer, a crack shot in their own right. The woman sadly perished, but apparently she took the assassin with her.
Any idea who the target was?
The target? It was a politician. but he knows who it is. To be fair, because he mentioned it because it was that person's bodyguard.
No, right. I mean, he was trying to get a name, but he.
Oh, I'll be honest. I don't have a name for the politician because the politician isn't relevant.
Fair enough.
And just you get the name. It's someone who, through just even a cursor guy, you knew was because if it doesn't you do a thing I've never heard of them, so it's probably a small time thing that was potentially detriment. You're willing to make the logical leap. It's oh, they were someone inhibiting illegal things in that city and they wanted them dead.
Yeah.
Probably a fucking mayor or something. I don't know.
Mayor who wanted to crack down on crime. Rah, rah,
Who was
rah.
trying to.
Assassin had dealings with my mother, but was this politician?
I'm now remembering a thing real quickly. It was Evelyn's accountant was it happened in Tolrig in Belcetane, which is the capital city of Belcetane. Roughly on the map, it's where the dot on the I for Belcetane is on the world map, but you don't see that right now, so don't worry about it. I said because I was looking at it and I'm like, where is it on the map? Right, I had it there.
Oh, for some reason I don't have it in my notes.
Well, no, that was for the assassination Arvin's talking about. Your mom's death. You never
Right.
gave me a location.
No, I didn't. I left that to you.
Yeah, and I know where it happened. It wasn't Tolrig.
Torig.
Tolrig.
O-L-R-I-G. Okay. No, I'm just saying I didn't have the capital city in my notes.
Yeah.
For
The
Belcetane.
only city you've been to in there really for any length of time was Gilvain. Didn't have reason to go to Tolrig. But again, so it does spark a bit of a interesting thought. How good do you have to be at your craft that a loss of just one person can just cripple an entire organization that harshly?
Have to be probably considered the #1 assassin worldwide in the underground for that to happen.
And
You have to have a lot of money to probably hire said assassin to be exclusive to your organization.
Or some other means of having them on a short leash. Because you would have to, or they would probably just kill you. He sort of snickers. After all, we've seen enough, probably been enough movies about that sort of thing happening.
Oh, yeah. Speaking on this reminds me one moment, and I just kind of check through any updates through my mother's old contacts for any updates on that. If I ever come across.
Your little Black Ops chat Dropbox thing.
Yep.
A few of them are mostly just like, thought I had a lead, went nowhere, taking a different route. One from Dellen mentions supposedly the assassin that killed your mom is dead. But he can't confirm that, so he's still looking. A few others that nothing new. A few of them are like, have a thing, or a few of them are, I think I have a big one. Give me a minute. I gotta go dark. And so then like they're updated from like a few days ago.
Fair enough.
Like timestamps, but
Supposedly said assassin is dead.
For the record, the one from Dellen that mentions that is timestamped to about 5 minutes past midnight, the day, like today, with today's date in universe.
Okay.
So he like he literally found that like fresh. He's like, hey, I'm gonna look into this a little more, but here you go.
I might follow up on that lead a little bit just to see if, even though what Arvin's saying is unrelated about this assassin, it might not necessarily be a different assassin. So I may post a follow-up question to them, knowing they're still looking, obviously. We'll post a follow-up question, kind of give a gist of what Arvin and I just talked about, and see if that maybe pulls up anything.
Actually, hold on. Run that by me again.
I'm wording this badly.
No, I wasn't listening, so play it again. I was looking up something else that I needed.
Fair enough. They said supposedly the assassin was dead. I'll basically ask a follow-up, knowing they're still looking, obviously. Basically saying, how did they die? And I kind of give the gist of what me and Arvin talked about and see if there's any relevance there. Because even though what Arvin's talking about obviously is a different assassination, that's not to say he wasn't the assassin.
He or she, you don't know.
He or she.
Don't assume their gender, you fucker.
He or she.
Last update you got that stands out is from some, like, kind of small time, kind of Weasley halfling dude you worked with once, but he was still, pretty good as an information broker, even if you did kind of want to punch him a lot.
He has a very punchable face.
Not really. He's actually like kind of charismatic, but just like when he talks, you're just like, after you walk away, you're just like, I need like 30 showers.
Fair enough.
He's like that kind of sleazy. It's like, I feel disgusting having breathed the same air as this man.
I need an oxygen tank and a hot shower now.
And this one's actually, it's actually an update from about 10 minutes before you checked your phone. And it asks if you've ever heard of the Samson and Eckhart World Marcher troop.
I would assume I haven't. Can I make some sort of check just to be sure?
That would be a history check.
History. And I would ask Arvin out loud as well and kind of show him. I got a 14.
All right. And just the fact that it says World Marcher Troop, your first thought is like, I'm not familiar with like Samson Eckhart's anything, but that sounds like a circus to me.
Yeah.
Like that's your gut instinct. And Arvin sees that. Does Arvin know? He probably will, because he's very talented at a lot of things. Good job, Arvin. He's like, that was a circus was in the news for something it had. It starts in Gilvain. like ages ago. Last I heard of it, I was a little kid though. I went to it once. Forming troop. He's like actually like thinking about it, like kind of reminiscing. It was a fun day. I liked the one performer pair they had. It was a pair of twins. One did weird little like sleight of hand, but on a impressively grand scale for just using little simple playing cards. And the other was a kind of a strongman almost, but she was a little on the shorter side and very, very passionate about what she was doing. But that was a circus from when I was. And now let me just open Arvin's sheet back up and look how old he is. How old are you, my dude? You are okay. That was when I was 9, maybe 10, so about 15 years ago. Last I heard about them on the news, it was only known because some in-laws of my dad were a little sad that apparently they got bought out. They kept the name, but someone else purchased them fairly recently. I believe in the last 2 to 3 years.
Hmm. And the text or mail, whatever, was asking if I knew of it.
Yeah. It was like, you ever heard of Samson Eckhart's World Marcher Troop?
I'll just respond, some sort of circus got bought out recently got bought out. Why?
It's a pause. And then you see in the chat when you actually see like the update of him like typing something.
Right.
He's like like it. You just think it just like fucking slammed with this just brick of text, kind of, and you're like, "What the fuck?" And as you go back, like skim through it, the main gist from this is because it's partially from like an article or something he's found with like some bits just like with the black bar sensors or something in it. Like he just like copy pasted
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like some redacted stuff. And it looks like he pieced this together by hand because like there's some uneven bits, and also if we're part of it, there's even like a little image that looks like it's like 3 images just sort of stitched together in Photoshop to do as best he can of approximating the actual thing. It's like it's TLDR into like a something about a strange. It's actually harkening back to that assassination that you and Arvin were just talking about. It's like a scene from the like where the assassin was shot, and you see just like the image is like partially of like blood spatter, a discarded like sniper rifle, powder burns, and a spot where clearly someone's just like something was shot out of their body. Just marked off, and not the best picture quality because it was
right
years ago, and it apparently happened kind of late at night, or at least evening-ish.
Okay.
It's like making sure am I reading this right? Fucking hell, my own notes are confusing me. Yeah, it's apparently shortly before that happened, that troop had come into town, and like within a day of that happening, they packed up and left.
I wonder if they're missing one of their troop.
So like he's thinking it's like it might be coincidence, but if a fucking assassin hitched a ride on a circus troupe to, do the dirty work, hey, maybe, see if you can't find these guys. It might be something, might not be. So sorry if I give you if it's a wild goose chase. But I'll keep looking.
I just respond, thanks, I'll look into this. And I'm going to do that because I have to leave for dinner.
Oh, yay. Now it's time for the Snick and Mag show.
Yay. Have fun, guys.
A long time of bus maintenance.
A little bit. While you're working on the bus, however, wherever the fuck you have the bus parked, one or two times, like some security guards like came in like, hey, this like yours, you show the registration and everything. And he's like, all right, sorry to bug you. And like his buddy comes by later and you go through the rigmarole again, then mention like, I told your other guy, and you give his name and shit. Just like, oh, okay, well, I'll check with him then. And they just go back to, doing their thing. Because, they're trying to make sure people ain't fucking with, nobody's cars that ain't theirs.
Yeah, that's understandable.
In, the parking lot. But to be fair, they've seen merc types before just, do some worryingly quick maintenance to make sure their shit doesn't break before they can get home. So they're just making sure it's all on the up and up, and you're not, about to steal an entire fucking bus.
This bus is mine now.
And soon my bus will become Megatron. Megabus.
Just merge Snackbot with the bus.
Snack bus.
And then I become a Gundam pilot, I guess.
Yeah, as you're, doing that, dealing with those security guards, as you're like kind of underneath the SNX, like kind of underneath the like under the bus, got Snackbot, working to help the jack like hold it up enough that you can get under there a little bit more easily. You hear a tung 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 on the side, and you look down, and there's kind of stubby pair of legs near where you went under at, and hear a voice, hey, anybody around? That's this guy?
Sure.
And, oh, and that you see this impressively, like, one big scar on his left eye, halfling poke his head down and under and see you. It was like, oh, hey, you got a minute, pal?
Okay.
You slide out from under the bus?
Yep.
Okay. He's, as you do, you get a better look at this, halfling guy. Kind of somewhat curly blonde hair, about as tall as you, a little bit taller, maybe by like a few inches, maybe a foot than you, halfling guy, with, again, big scar, dressed surprisingly fancy. But it's like, hey, I heard a friend of mine come by this way, and I was wondering if you might have, crossed paths with him.
I've been under a bus all day, unfortunately.
Well, I assume you know who drives the bus, because I heard he came into town on that.
Well, the one who was driving the bus was this robot that I made.
He like looks at Snackbot just it's like just looks at him, turns it, pa-ching, cappuccino. He's like, I'll pass. It's a bit thanks though. And then just You're not even sure. Like, you didn't see like a crush of like a coffee cup getting smashed. It's just like, just reverse it's like movie reverse. Just like the coffee gets sucked back up into the cappuccino, and then the cup disappears too, and then like Bot's mouth closes, and he's just like, no, I mean, you might know him then, if you know you were the one who's got your little chauffeur buddy, driving you into town. He's a tiefling, about he like does his best, taller than way taller than me. Like blue hair, kind of light gray skin.
Yeah.
Name Arvin?
Yep. I know him.
Well, if you do, let him know his old buddy Lenny wants to see him. Got a little something he might be interested in.
Okay. I will let him know.
Thanks. Here's my card. He hands you a little business card that he just sort of flips out of his sleeve.
Hmm.
And then wanders off humming a tune. And you can't help but feel like you might need a shower after being around that man for that short a length of time.
Okay. Well, if I do that, I might as well wait until after I'm done performing
Fixing the bus?
maintenance on the bus.
The card also says Lenny Varst, information broker, and then his number.
Okay.
Which, in your experience, a little weird. Most information brokers don't go wandering around handing out cards like that.
Well, if he knows Arvin and wants him for something, I guess. It's back to the maintenance life for me.
Mm-hmm. What else do I have here? Padding. I'm sorry. There's like, it's just, fuck. This is all planned for more than just two people at a time, but
Yeah.
friggin' scheduling savage.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Yeah. It's like, oh, cool. I got all this stuff. The people it pertains to are not here. I'm looking right at the booth and also Ren.
Meanwhile, Celestine barks at a tree.
Meanwhile, Fenlis has finally depleted one entire box of his fancy-ass tea. Out of his 23 total boxes, he is now down to the all-time low of 22.
How unfortunate.
As he's, watching Celestine be a good boof and, chasing some little kids around like a jungle gym and a slide and just playground equipment. He is a good boof who is good with the small children. He will be their friend.
Yep.
Let's see. That's about just fuck. I'm fucking dry on shit I can do to stall here. Like, god fucking damn it. So I guess it's just fucking chill until someone else gets here or someone gets back. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it was a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah. But who knows? Maybe we'll actually have more than 3 people here at the start of the session next week. Who knows?
Perhaps.
hopefully. Also, there might not be I'm gonna say this now, just because it's like we just got like time to kill and dead air to fill. Like, I think like right before Christmas, instead of like an actual session, we might actually have the battle royale there.
Okay.
I think, you know, assuming there's enough people around to want to do it, or just be like just something to do over the friggin' weekend. So there's still a D&D thing happening, and we're not like down another week.
Yeah.
Like, I do actually really want to do that because it sounds like it'd be a lot of fun,
It does.
especially with Shovel Snackbot getting to do work. Just all the work.
All of it.
Oh yeah, actually, Snick. Well, I'm thinking about it because we need to deal with the whole beard situation you now have going on. Roll me a D. Roll me a D4. Okay, when you woke up that morning, you did start to have the comings of, you're not fully sure why, beyond the fact that you have nice new comfy sweatpants. You now just have like some, you're now a bit more bearded lizard than kobold.
Nice.
It's not like quite a full beard yet, but you're starting to, it's starting to come in. It's like it's like that fresh, just like it's a small beard, but it could get bigger.
Yes.
But you are now indeed a bearded kobold.
Yes.
And the beard can only intensify from here. Assuming it doesn't get shaved off.
I mean, we probably won't run into Cold Spaceman again. Unless there are more of them.
Maybe not. You don't know. But you'll certainly eventually find out. Maybe, probably not.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Look at things. Do I have literally fucking anything? God damn. Why must I hurt me in this way? So let's catch up with Eleanor. And it's just like, it just smash, like the scene just like in a TV show just smash cuts to the two of them like lost in the desert holding a map upside down. It's like, where are we again? And they're like flying in the air. They're like both just like in the air, just looking at a map that's upside down. It's like, no, we should be here, which means we need to go that way. No, I'm pretty sure it's that way.
Always adventure.
And the story cuts to freaking Terrain, who's in the midst of like sumo wrestling some just big, beefy, burly dude who's just like just breaking down parts of doors and shit. And Terrain just like shouting justice at the top of his lungs. Smash cut to Jonna, and just everything is just terrible on her end. She's just running away. Everything's on fire. They're screaming. I don't fucking know.
I would imagine there is fire.
Smash cut to the villains. There's like maniacal plotting and shit. Jump cut to other NPCs you guys have passed by. The dude from the airship in session 1 actually has a new job. I have actually like been kind of keeping up with what they're doing. Like, have they got their shit together since you last encountered them? For a good deal of them, answer is yes. For some of them, no. Oh god. Well, let's check up it with Faust, and there's a picture of him just eating somebody. It's like it's a full cartoon. He's just like got an entire person in his mouth. He's like, huh? And then just cuts away from him. Smash cut to Sneck's uncle, Viper, and there he is approaching a bear with what can only be described as a future plunger in his hands and a stick of dynamite in the other.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
He's just tiptoeing towards a bear, and you don't know what he plans to do because you don't see a lighter in his pockets. In fact, he's shirtless. He's shirtless, armed with a plunger and a stick of dynamite, and he's going towards a bear. You don't know what's going on here. And just cuts away again. It's like watching Robot Chicken, but sci-fi fantasy edition. Story cuts again. We're suddenly in Garlemald, where Emperor Varus is just like getting repeatedly slapped across the face by Gaius. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, boy? Jump cut to a Asian dance party. They're all doing like badly doing disco, and the disco ball is it's just a miniature replica of Zodiac. And it just says like, this is what we'll, it's like preemptive victory dance party or some shit. I don't fucking know. I'm sorry, viewers of Jinx's stream. I can't see the stream chat, but like I'm doing my best here. I can't continue on with the session because like I need more people here.
It's difficult.
It's very, very, very difficult. I mean, the only other thing I can think of is like if Sneck wants to go see if he can offload like some of the just pile of magical shit the party has.
Yeah, he'd probably want everyone's input on what to do with things before doing that.
Yeah, you guys got a lot of crazy stuff. Like Sneck, doesn't Sneck have a lamp? I gave him a lamp.
Yeah, I think he does have a lamp.
In fact, fucking that's what we're gonna do now. We're just like fucking inventory management puzzles. Don't worry, guys. I'm sure it's fucking thrilling. I'm sorry. Party inventory thingy. Let's see. Wardrobe, belt to the grappler, raven ring, the eye patch. Oh yeah, Sneck has the boots of punching bitches. I forgot he still has those boots of striking force, which technically means his unarmed damage is a flat 2. Because he has negative strength. And the boots give him +2 to all unarmed damage, like hit and damage rolls. Meaning that now, instead of having a flat damage of 0, or it might actually still minimum out to 1. So actually, technically, your unarmed strike damage is 3.
Yes.
So if Sneck needs to boot some, like, it's a whole 3 points of non-magical bludgeoning damage to make sure they go. Actually, no, because of the boots, if you kick them, it would be magical because they are magical boots. Just like, be gone, thought, boot. Oh, right, I gave you the levitation bombs, too.
Yeah.
Magnifying glass of detect magic, fucking the lamp, the bag of boom. The spare boots from Giacchio. The lightning ball glove that Terrain used previously, but now he doesn't. In fact, I don't think he ever used the thing to do it's like one unique thing because it was always just a single guy, and he could never spike that fucking actually pretty potent fucking lightning fireball into the dead set into the dude without hitting somebody because he could never fucking roll well on initiative.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's just your distant clattering from Jinx. Fenlis has a grappling hook, some bombs, healing potions. Actually, I don't have Celestine's thing on here. What does Celestine even have? Character sheet to me.
Watch his inventory be like a bundle of sticks, some leaves, cookies, a bone.
Okay, let's see. He has his cape that he's using to teleboof. He still has his old armor just carried with him. He hasn't gotten rid of it yet. He just has a +1 breastplate. I think he's had since session 1. Let's see. Oh yeah, his Oh yeah, his special I gave to him just because of reasons. His doggy backpack of holding, including his his very important doggy pillow, literally listed as the pillow.
The pillow.
Well, yeah, it's basically the holy grail of Vernai in dog pillow form.
Wait, yeah, we haven't seen the pillow in forever.
I don't think anyone has ever actually seen the pillow. Well, no, he would probably pull it out to sleep, even though he just like curls up in the bathtub with it, probably. Just sets it down in the bathtub, just boofs on it, because it's a pretty big doggy pillow, because it's meant for a boof the size of Celestine. How big is Celestine again? Let me check. 7'2". He is a tall boy. See, he's got his food, his water skin, tinderbox. Oh yeah, the gloves that make him hit things harder, and then he has 2 gloves. Well, 2 sets of gloves. Well, I say gloves. One is a single glove for one hand, and the other is a pair of gloves that lets him poke someone else when he uses second wind to heal them and himself. And then he has his his sort of sleek metal gauntlet that lets him hit things better. And then Fang Collar, his other things. I forgot he has a cantrip. He knows 1 spell. He only got it because he got his little mini Vernai blessing that lets him do extra acid damage.
Yeah, I remember.
And he gets to shoot things. He also has a fucking. He also still has his original one-handed axe Bark. And his crossbow Fetch. That he has never used ever. Even though comparatively. Yeah, no, just using his. No. Actually, because he gets more attacks. In technicality, Fetch would be better than the cantrip. He just never uses his fucking ranged weapon, despite the fact he has one.
I mean, don't need to use a ranged weapon when you just throw yourself in melee range.
Yeah. It's his fucking armor class, though. with his fucking boof posse out, he has an AC of 25.
Nice.
Which is just what the fuck. Oh god, and his armor isn't even maxed out yet. Oh god, it's gonna be like before any buffs go on him. Once he freaking caps the armor of Stonehearth, he's probably gonna have like 26 AC. Things are gonna be scaled to hit him and terrain because the 2 of them have just stupid for AC. Oh god.
Yeah, that is pretty stupid.
Like, let me put it this way, like fucking just going like a little mechanic note about 5e D&D as I have discovered through looking up things as a DM for this campaign. Like before magic items, the best case scenario AC for like a heavy armor character period is like 20, because that's heavy armor and a shield.
I'm back.
Celestine's fucking far above that. But to be fair, he does effectively have a ring of protection.
Welcome back.
+1 armor and other things. Oh, Jinx is back?
Yes.
Yay, Jinx is back. We don't have to stall quite as much anymore now. I did my best to entertain your stream. I don't know how well we did. They got to hear some inventory management from me looking up shit that everyone has. Like, what all does the party have again?
You know, we could probably dump a lot of that shit onto the bus.
Yeah, like, you have a bunch of shit I don't even have in, like, the party inventory thing I made, just because it's like, you just list it all in a very long-winded way. Which, to be fair, it's fine for, like, note-taking, but it's like, there's just so much shit in there. The only thing I listed in the party inventory that's Giacchio's is the fucking boots he doesn't wear anymore.
Yeah, right?
They went out of style.
Why you gotta be hating on the boots of the Red Rogue?
What was Snake doing that required a roll of a D4?
That was for his
Growing a
beard.
Oh.
Snake has indeed started growing a beard.
Yes!
It's like the small beard that's like just like a little bit off the skin, it's like very small, very neatly trimmed one, but it will start getting thicker.
Do I have better facial hair than Giacchio right now?
Technically, yes.
Alright, he's gonna keep it down to stubble.
Because Giacchio did get shaved in the face by Terry Crews.
I have slightly more than 5 o'clock shadow going on right now. Much to Padma's enjoyment.
Also, you missed it. To get you Jinx up on what else went out. Snack's been fixing up the bus and making sure Snackbot's working and shit. He got moderately hassled by security guards, but then like proved like, no, I'm the guy who owns this bus, or I drive it, so I'm the mechanic for it. And they're like, oh, okay. Then a halfling dude is like, hey, you know Arvin? And he's like, yeah. Give him my car, and I got a thing for him, and just gave him the car and then walked off. And he's this very interesting halfling named Lenny Varst.
Joy.
Anyways, back over with the Giacchio and Arvin show.
Yeah, right?
Which I forget where we were.
Circus, I forgot the name of.
Oh, Samson and Eckhart. Let me copy and paste the name for you.
Politician was assassinated, they left. Or attempted to be assassinated, and then they left the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And Giacchio's thought pattern is along the lines of...
There's the name. I put it in the general.
Okay. And Giacchio's thinking along the same lines as Arvin, where either the assassin was hitching a ride with them, or the circus itself might have been a front, at least as far as the assassin is concerned. They may have fronted as part of the troupe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Giacchio is gonna look into the circus more, see if there was a death in the troupe or anything like that.
Well, won't be hard for the two of you to find a library. Just be like, just fucking Google Maps it, and that doesn't take a lot of fucking brain power. It's like Google Maps libraries in Adnet. Here's one.
Yeah.
Google Navigate, go. When you get there, though, now you have to actually search. Or though, to be fair, actually, I guess you could phone Google it anyways. So,
Yeah, let's do it at the library.
Yeah.
They
Roll
have
me
much more
an
resources.
investigation check.
God damn it.
Arvin, are you trained in investigation? Because you might be able to salvage this. No, you're not, but you're going to try anyway. Don't worry, he's not that great. But to be fair, to find part of what you're looking for, it's not that difficult. To find anything that links them to, like, a fucking assassination attempt, you're a little bit shit out of luck there.
That's too much of a coincidence.
Yeah, no, there's like no way you're gonna...
Because circuses don't stay in town for just one day.
Well, no, it was more than a day.
Oh, it was more than a day.
Yeah, they didn't just show up and then immediately leave after the assassination attempt. No. Like, they'd been there for about a week, and like at the end of the week, the assassination, and then the day after that, they left.
Bit out of luck now. We might try again later.
Well, no, you're not shit out of luck. It's just you didn't find anything that directly points towards, that. But looking up Samson Eckhart's World March Troop, it's kind of an old thing. Like it was it starts like mom and pop like carnival run by two dudes who are the titular Samson and Eckhart. Eckhart looks a little edgy, like wears this like interesting interesting mask, like fur trimmed thing. He looks more like some overdressed.
He looks like the showman.
Not quite, but there's no like top hat. His associate, however, fucking definitely has like the top hat, like, carny showman look to him. The other guy's like a bit more subdued, as much as you can be anyways. And it's a picture of them and a good number of their performers. And it's funny that Ren makes that remark. I originally brought that up in reference to something he was doing with me. I don't mind saying that. But you see like a picture of, it's clear it's like a group, like commemorative shot of them. And you've got the typical, the two like heads, a few of the like jugglers. There's, and then you see the two people that are identified as the card guy and the strong woman, who actually roll me a general intelligence check when you get a look at them. Just click your intelligence. You don't recognize them. Does Arvin? Beyond them being there, no. At least not by their face. But they're very clearly twins with, bright red hair.
Oh, hell.
I'm getting there.
Don't remember them, huh?
I don't recognize them, but out of character.
In character, it's like, huh? I'll get to that. You go through them. You also spot they're apparently they're master of arcane blades. A drow guy called who, when you look through like the list of the people on there, has the name Care Severus. And then you realize, oh, fuck, the two redheads, Roy and Rhea Fortune.
What?
Two people you guys met at Dragon Roar. In fact, they helped you in the domain of conflict when you guys had found Jana initially.
I remember them.
So like you still with us, Jinx?
Yes.
Okay. So when you like as you're reading it off, and you get to Roy and Rhea Fortune, you and Arvin both double take like, wait a minute, what? Just what? I'm like, look back, and like you keep going through the document. There's a few, little bits about some of their more famous acts and the the act for them is was listed as the mind and body of the Brimstone Fable. And it showed like a pic, and there's like some pictures of like you see impressively Rhea looks like she's lifting you're not sure, but that looks like the rear axle of a car just by herself. Whereas her brother, there's like a before and after thing, and it just shows him holding like a 7 of diamonds, and the next image the card is gone, and now there's just a door that looks like it next to him. That looks exactly like the card right next to him. That was clearly not there in the shot before, then just appeared.
Interesting.
There's a few others. There's a shot of most of the circus that you've seen a few like traveling circus shows like this. Not many of them kept up with a roller coaster.
What?
But
this is a big show.
Yeah, this one apparently they managed to eventually get their hands on a quick up and down roller coaster that sort of went around the perimeter of their little circus.
Nice.
So they set up the roller coaster and then put up everything inside of it.
Nice.
It also curiously seems like the roller coaster also cuts through the funhouse at some point. Which is like, fuck, these guys, like, they had some gumption for some weird shit.
Safety was not first in their rulebook.
Well, no, there was like safety things, just like it's not like the fucking thing went through the funhouse and could just like murder people. No. Like there's a shot of just like as you like walking over thing, there's just the they had like this little filter right underneath where the roller coaster track goes through the funhouse that made it look like it was part of the show. It was timed so that when people were typically getting to that part of the funhouse, they would see what then would look like a bunch of wailing spirits just go underneath the bridge, but it was actually the roller coaster going by. Hi, Tori.
I take it the booth is still unconscious.
Yes. You caught up to story time about a few things. I'll catch you up in a minute. But so there was that, that roller coaster going through the funhouse with little optical illusion to, make things a little bit more interesting. And, it goes through a few other acts like, the Beast Tamer, a few jugglers,
some of your
surprisingly for clowns, not unnerving, like few clowns they had around who also doubled as like acrobats. So you'd see these dudes in like big freaking clown shoes and like a full clown get up and everything, just like flipping through the air like crazy. And then lastly, there's a shot of Caraseverus, again, Drow Man, who, for part of his act, he seemed to take entire great swords and, among other things, juggle them.
And
like you,
sorry.
Continue. No, go on.
I'll ask after.
Oh. Apparently, like, he juggled them and also did, like, some weird shit, because, like, you just see 3 images. This was, like, the only, like, really catchable acts of what he's doing. You see him just, like, flip a sword as he's juggling, and then like stick his leg up behind him, tap it, and it just and then launch it back up over. It's like the best way I can describe it. He does some crazy fucking juggling tricks with entire great swords.
Impressive, so.
And it's like mixed between actual talent and magic, apparently.
Wait, we're in a funhouse?
No, this I'll get to that.
I can't believe I was put on maintenance duty when there was a fun house.
I'll explain. Like it's the only like really relevant thing to like what you're looking for about it potentially having been a cover for an assassination attempt. Let's take a shocking swerve for Tori there.
I've heard far more shocking things.
Was that about 7 years ago, there was some kind of issue with with a few of the performers, and they lost Care, Roy, and Rhea entirely. They just left the troupe. They were, eventually replaced, but they were Roy and Rhea, especially, were like some of the big name, were the big like crowd drawers. So things started kind of getting on hard times, and they got, they got to keep the name, but they got purchased by a different company.
Who purchased them?
Do I actually have a name for that? I don't have a name for it, but it's like effectively like it's like equivalently like some Hollywood company.
Oh.
Or alternatively they're bought up by like Cirque du Soleil or something. Like I don't know any way to really describe it.
They were bought up by this world's version of the Russian circus.
Kind of. Like they still go around and do stuff. They're not quite what they used to be, but they're staying afloat now that they've been, acquired by another company. But to catch Tori up real quick.
Yes.
Oh baby.
So for starters, Arvin has a sweet new scarf. Looks like moves and looks like cloth, but has the pattern of dragon scales.
Nice.
Snek encountered a halfling looking for Arvin by the name of Lenny Varst. Giacchio and Arvin were having a question like, okay, so after we give over the fake Fang collar, what the fuck do we do? Which then derailed into Giacchio's like, hey, I'm gonna check my my deep web hitman Twitter to see if I got any leads about my dead mom. The answer was kind of no, but also that came up after Arvin drew attention to the fact he heard that the Deslins had their hand a lot of pies, but they kind of fell off after they lost apparently one really good assassin about 15 years ago. Which then spiraled into a bunch of other things, including checking the deep webs, the deep web Dropbox. That yielded one of Giacchio's contacts was like, I might have some, I'll let you know. I gotta go dark to like look into it, a few other things like that. I forget what I had explicitly tell and say. But one of his other contacts brought up the Samson and Eckhart World Traveler Troupe, which was the circus you came in the middle of me explaining as him and Arvin went to the library to properly Google it instead of just phone Google.
Yes, no
Then
funhouse was actually involved.
Huh?
No actual funhouse was involved. Don't worry.
Yeah,
guys.
no. Yeah. No, they were just like looking up one, and the circus because apparently the circus had been in town when the assassination that ended that seems to have been when the assassination that ended the career of that Deslin assassin happened. Which explicitly noted in like their reports that looks like the assassin lost an eye in the process and has since dropped off the face of the fucking earth.
I'm just sitting here with the biggest shit-eating grin.
Yeah, you know what's up with that.
Hee hee.
I'm trying to think. We haven't run into anybody that's lost an eye that we recognized in the picture. At the very least, not according to our checks.
Well, no, you weren't checking. I had to check the picture for a different reason. I checked the picture to see if you recognized Roy and Rhea when they were about 15 years, about 10 years younger, or a little bit more than that. And you didn't until you saw their names and realized, oh shit, that's Roy and Rhea, and also Severus, who was a guy they identified as having been a problem for them at one point when you guys were going through the domain of conflict with them.
Hee 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 hee.
Mm-hmm. And then yeah, I gave the whole rigmarole about the whole carnival they had going on back in the day, and the fact that they bailed eventually, and now they work for Dragonor because the Google document doesn't mention what the hell they were doing after they left the circus. But given how the fuck you guys ran into them working for a bunch of goddamn mercenaries, you know what the hell Roy and Rhea are up to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came out here to attack people, and they're having such a good time right now.
Usually.
And I don't have their contact info. But I have Dragonor's contact info.
I was about to say, you can just fucking call him Dragonor, you dumbass.
Wish I might do just that.
Yeah.
In fact, I will do just that.
We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
One other thing. Oh fuck! I lost my train of thought already. God damn it. Notes, help me. Notes and water bottle. Oh god, my throat is dry. Oh god. Oh. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to talk now. Kind of. Ugh. Shit. Damn it, I lost my place again. Circus, Dragon Road. Right, Padma, what you've been up to while Celestine is running around the park getting watched by Fenless. Terrain is off doing justice somewhere in the city. Snake's been working on the bus, and Snackbot and Arvin and Jacques have just been like having a day to just bum around. You've been going about walking your little menagerie of pets.
I only have 2.
That's why I said a little menagerie. It is only 2.
I'm gonna call that we're gonna have at least 5 pets by the end of the campaign.
Well, I mean, technically, you guys have 3 if you count Celestine as a pet, not a party member.
I was about to bring it up. Celestine doesn't
2.5. So we are halfway there.
Because actually, fuck, like technically, in the most literal sense, you guys have 3 pets because Snackbot, because he is technically a pet.
True. And half because Celestine is both.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, after you get that information, Arvin looks at you. You look at Arvin. It's just like, I think we have some calls to make, don't you?
Oh yeah.
What?
And then you guys just kind of book it out of the library to head back to the bus. As justice continues to happen softly on the wind around you.
Muffled justice in the distance.
Yeah, it's just you just hear this like on the wind spear of justice from Undertale.
Nice scarf.
But it's like the rock remix of it or whatever.
No, the actual spear of justice is just too good, dude.
Well, no, there's like one. I don't think I've actually heard the regular spear of justice, but we'll get to that later.
Way ahead of you. Undyne's my favorite fucking character.
I've only heard Richard E.B.'s rock cover of her theme, as far as I can remember. Anyway.
The
Nice
trumpets
scarf,
in the OG.
Mm.
On the way back, I do say nice scarf, by the way.
Arvin just adjusts a little bit. Thank you, it was a present.
But yes, we proceed back to the bus.
Okay. And I'm just gonna say, just like because Tori's actually here and so is Snek. Snek has finished, making sure the bus is still working and not about to explode, along with Snekbot. Paba now gets a better chance to appreciate the fact that Snek has now grown a beard. Not a thick beard yet, but he has a beard now.
So you really are a little bearded dragon.
Yes. It's interesting to see like facial hair on a kobold because technically speaking, kobolds don't have hair. So it's a bit more like it's more between like hair and like just kind of spikes like on a bearded lizard growing on his face right now.
I just give off the proudest look imaginable for a lizard that's hiding or whose face is hidden under a mask and like 3 hats.
I was just saying, mask and 3 hats. Truly, Snek is the ultimate Toho.
Snek's a Team Fortress 2 character at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Just a towering pillar of hats and impressive facial hair.
I don't think anybody in Team Fortress 2 had facial hair. Apart
no,
from the
but my
Demo Man.
immediate thought went to the spy and his fake beard that has a camera in it.
Okay, I also went to the Demo Man, so.
Well, no, there's a fake beard attachment that like you just see a very obvious camera in the beard. It's like a big on like dark brown Santa Claus beard kind of situation, just with an old like roll of film camera in it from like the 70s. Anyway. You guys all make it back, and does the Snek happen to hand that card to Arvin?
On my way to the shower, yes.
Arvin like looks at it and is like,
Said he has something you might want.
As you walk away, Snek, you swear you hear the sound of electricity a little bit. It's like this little hum. And Chiaki, as you're next to him, you can see shocking grass just in Arvin's hand as the card just like crackles with a little bit of lightning and starts catching fire. He's holding it very tightly.
Well, good. It was a stupid
you're not
card
on good
anyway.
terms with this person.
He just crumples the card in his hand. Don't worry about it, and just throws it away. Nothing to worry about. Don't acknowledge him. He'll go away.
Did I at least see the name on the card? Oh, I suppose not, because I wouldn't have noticed till I heard the electricity crackling.
Well, no, you have the observant feat and a high-ass passive perception. You probably saw it was Lenny Varst, information broker. Lenny space VARST.
That sounds like a very punchable name.
Hence Arvin's reaction, probably. At least part of it, along with any other history he has. But anyway, we have some calls to make. I would have noted that name in my head, though.
Yeah, we have one big call to make at least. So into the bus.
Into the bus on the phone with Dragon Roar.
You call you hear this like very relaxed, just like they got their feet up on like half the desk. Kind of wish like, yo, I can help you.
Hi, is Roy and or Rhea around?
One second. You hear some click clack and then like the tapping of a microphone. Hey Roy, get to the comm room, you lazy shit. You then hear the button let go, and you can actually hear footsteps getting closer to the other side of the phone. Just very loud. The door flows. What the fuck, Barbosa?
Of course.
And then you hear the voice, relax, man, it'll be fine. Here, someone wanted to talk to you, and you hear like the sound of a headset being taken off and thrown at somebody, and Roy's just like, why are you on calm duty today anyways? In fact, why are you even on calm duty? Never mind. He puts it on. Yeah, it's Roy, what's up?
It's Shiakio. So we learned something new to start with.
You hear a pause, and then he's like, right, you're the guy who kept getting hit in the face at the ruins place, right?
And you were part of a circus.
It's not like a funny kind of sigh, it's a very heavy, it's like, what about it?
Oh, that's a treasure map group, okay.
We had some questions about a particular date, and then for sake of brevity, I kind of explained what we're looking into.
He's just like once you like, I assume you start with the date.
Yes.
In his explanation, he's like, okay, I'm gonna stop you there. That was 15 years ago. And I'll be honest, I don't remember a lot about the good old days with Samson and Eckhart, good guys and everything, but I do remember why I left. I know why my sister left too. And it's the same reason why they lost Care. Because Care's a fucking dickhead. So I know you're just like looking into this whatever assassination thing is, but you're asking the wrong person. So I don't fucking know. And I don't like to think back to then. For a lot of very personal reasons. So I'm going to go and do something else before I just get really angry. And then you just hear the headset be ripped off and thrown at someone else. And you hear the door slam again. There's a pause. You hear the headset get put on. So, looks like Roy's not in a good mood. I'm going to have to ask you to call back, buddy.
Yeah.
Even though it's all your fault, click.
Yakio thought he was sassing back. Turns out he opened a really nasty wound.
Yeah!
Pama just leans over and pats Zakio on the head. You tried.
Don't know where the fuck Care is. At least I don't think we do.
Let's see. Arvin does! Or, well, he knows a thing. And after you say that, he's like, Slaptender's motherfucker, how did I? Oh my god. It's Jonas!
Huh?
Jonas' psychotic brother. Care is another name he had.
Oh, really?
Yes, because he admitted to it after he admitted to it when me and her talked to him before we got into all that just shit in Megas.
Ah.
When she went off to go with that and I went with her. He remarked about two particular redheads, and if one of redhead we know had a really poor reaction to the guy, and he had a poor reaction to them, by extension, quick, logical shortcoming deduction, they are the same person. So we've encountered him before, and he did try to sick a demon on us.
Yes, he did.
How rude of him.
Oh, just off-screen terrain. Okay. Thank you for the wonderful response, Ren, even though you can't hear what I'm saying right now. I still appreciate it.
Of course.
Of course. Anyway, which, and Arvin puts his hand aside, and Jonah is one of those fellows who's after the whole, and he sort of gestures towards the WOTTyssey forged belted to your waist, Jacchio.
Ah, yes, he is.
Why does it keep coming back to these people? Even tangentially. How and why?
They've apparently been at this for a very long time. I'm guessing.
He just throws his arms up. I guess! He sounds like exceedingly done with a lot of things right now.
Sorry if it was something I said. That's just my first.
No, you're not wrong. He's just it's just this whole just series of things that are just spiraling back into the same people who've been hassling you all in some way. So, I mean, now you have a connection.
They are the source of all of our shitty luck.
For the most part, or at the very least, you saw him before he got in with these assholes, and know that he was an asshole back then too.
Yep. Means he may have been our assassin. Maybe. Or I'm just making some illogical leap because I misunderstood something.
You, as that thought passes by Jacchio's head, you pull back up the Google on your phone, and you go back to that same Google page. You recall that Kare was listed as a guy who juggles greatswords. You're not sure and is noted to have been apparently lacking in finesse, according to a few interviews. Strength and coordination, sure, but aim was not great.
Oh yes.
And why was he juggling greatsword?
And that
he's apparently good at it.
That assassination attempt. That's what I was going to ask earlier. That assassination attempt was a gunfight, right?
It was a sniper who was counter-sniped by the bodyguard of the person they tried to kill.
Yeah.
The bodyguard died, but they took the assassin's eye out, basically. Or at least fucked up their face something good.
And Jonah wasn't missing an eye. So
nope.
I'm sorry, I've still got the biggest shit-eating grin on my face because I'm trying not to say anything.
Oh yeah, no, you guys are narrowing it down to the last few things I have planned, and Tori knows what's coming. Tori knows very well two of the things that are coming.
One of them's going to kill me, the other one's going to make me cackle with excitement.
That's a wonderful thing to hear from me. Thank you, Twin. You gave me a single happy.
I thought I'd been giving you multiple happies considering the Smash memes.
I mean, in this particular situation. In regards to D&D, it's Sage's no, this is going to kill me. And I'm oh, wonderful. Good to know.
I was there when you wrote it!
Anyway.
Hey, Corey. You started cackling, I instantly thought of the Corey. The Corey image where he's cackling.
Good response. Anyway, focusing back in. Ugh. Let's see. And I was just I guess this is. I'm just, and then Arvin just gets out of the bus and goes back up to the hotel room. He looks a little done and he just wants to go take a nap now.
Fair enough.
And unless you guys have anything else you want to do today, we can just smash cut to the next day.
I don't think I have anything else planned other than maybe keeping up with. I'll update the one contact based on what I found on my end involving the circus.
Oh yeah, actually, did you guys want to offload some of this random piles of stuff you have on a shop somewhere?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that too.
Yeah, because you might be able to condense down, get something new or whatever the fuck. You guys have many a thing that you don't really need anymore.
Yeah, let's see what we can offload here.
Let me just make sure I have this thing open. So, seeing as how Hawk is busy, you guys, for very logical reasons, go to find a different purveyor of magical items and such to offload just some of this just random ass shit you have that you'll probably never fucking use. Unless you have a really dire need to carry around a thing of dusts of dryness. Oh yeah, and you guys still have the Egg of Mystery.
Well, yeah, that thing.
Which the only thing you guys remember about how it works is that if you say if you say something, it will hatch and something will happen. However, none of you currently know what it is unless someone wants to try to identify the item and its magical command word.
You need identify to do that, or is that like an investigation check?
Padma has identify in her ritual spellbook.
Oh yeah. Maybe we should figure out what the fuck this egg does.
Yeah, because you guys have had it for a while and no one has done anything with it.
Oh boy.
Darling, we need your
Yeah.
ritual book.
I'm coming. So Padma wanders down with the ritual book. Just, what are we doing?
Behold
Figuring
the
out
Egg
what
of Mystery.
this does.
It holds up the strange egg.
Well, it seems Kel is conscious again.
In theory.
He's throwing memes in the watch channel.
That is the purpose of the message I sent you.
Yeah. He may be in bed yet, though. He might have just.
No, he's in a call still.
Oh, what the fuck?
He was asleep in that other call earlier.
But now he's awake and throwing memes around.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so you identify the spell. You learn it's there's a multitude of things that could happen, and you're not sure what will come out. Just that they range from they're all very odd. And you can't really make sense of a lot of them to like try to figure out what their effects are. You just know that it can do several things depending on some just random force of chaos. But you do know if you say presto after you set the egg on a table, it will hatch and a thing will happen.
We want to go to a safe place and see what happens?
Yeah, that'd be wise.
Cause fuck it, why not?
Well, yes, I also don't want to mess up a hotel room again.
Again.
I was a bard, honey. What did you think?
All right, so you guys,
It's a pretty rock star fucking bar to be destroying hotel rooms.
don't even worry about it. So
I have to
you
say, I was
get
performing
to
in Barnett.
Kill.
A woof.
Oh, good. We'll use you as the basis then, because eventually the party catches up with you and Fenless at the park, and they're gonna crack open this egg of mystery to see what happened.
Why are you gonna crack open the egg? You're supposed to love it until it cracks itself.
This
Well,
thing
it's
doesn't crack
magical. You have to
itself.
say it won't crack itself. You have to say a magic word to make it.
You have to
That
put it on a table and say presto.
You just take a table out of the bus to put it in the park, and it's like presto, and a thing will happen.
It's not a chicken egg. It's a mystery egg.
Yes, it is literally a magical item known as the Egg of Mystery. So who's putting it down and saying presto?
Not me.
Those are banned in the
do it.
US.
Yeah, I'm sad Kinder Surprise eggs are banned in the US. They're delicious.
We
yeah,
have
this is that,
like,
but scaled up because like this
later
egg is
versions
the
that we
size of a
got them back.
basketball.
Yeah, this egg is massive, so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see.
So
Let's
Chiaki
just
was
roll.
apparently a glutton for punishment.
Let's roll on this table and see what kind of chaos will come forth. Da. Someone roll me a d4 real quick.
I'll do
got
it.
Oh, you got it.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh my god. Right.
Yeah. All right. So let me just roll these things. Don't you even worry.
With that tone, I will.
I am worried.
I am now
Okay,
even
so-
forward.
So as Giacchio puts the egg on the table, steps back and says presto, the egg, which had been changing a myriad of colors, suddenly stops on a color, cracks start to appear in the surface, and like little, kind of like the things about where it's going to explode like a Mega Man boss kind of lights come out of it for a second, and it just crumbles. And then out of nowhere, suddenly scurry forward 12 giant lizards.
Fuck!
3 of them have saddles on them
Oh my god.
and are sitting
yes.
very attentively compared to the other one, who are just sort of like looking
oh my
around.
God, yes.
Question is, one of them purple?
Because there's 12 of them, yes.
I want the purple one.
I don't care if it has a saddle or not. I want the purple one.
Damn straight.
Well, I should mention, these are large creatures. They're literally like rideable iguanas, just about. But the effect you got was a 2d6 plus 2 giant lizards scurry forth. 1d4 of them are trained to carry a rider and have saddles. So you guys have 9 giant, just random wild lizards, and 3 of them have been tamed. The rest are just lizards.
Wait, let's put a lizard on her. Let's put our lizard on another lizard.
Why is the cutlet dragon riding another dragon? Because I am a master tactician. But yeah, there's just now like 12 lizards in this park.
They're all large category creatures.
They're all very big. They don't seem like hostile or anything. They're just here. Is Celestine trying to
Chiaki.
tame a lizard?
Yes.
Byakuya just points at him and goes, "Those aren't all gonna fit on the bus." I'm picking one that already has a saddle.
Armin's going for one with a saddle too.
I want a purple one.
Well, let's see how well Arvin does too. Well, actually, the ones that are tamed, you don't really have to roll for. You just look up to it, and it'll like kind of react a little bit. It's like, "Ooh, you're new," but then it'll chill out. The other ones, well, for starters, Celestine now has a new friend. Bless you.
Thank you. And I what?
You have a new friend.
Yay.
He is a large, scaly boy. He is the sort of a rust-colored lizard. But he is now Celestine's friend because you succeeded at the handle animal check. Padma, you're trying to get this purple lizard to like you. He's just like kind of just like, bless you. Sounded like it hurt.
Ow. Always two.
But the large purple lizard, you're trying to get it to like you, trying to get it to pay attention. It's not paying attention. It's just like looking around.
Oh.
It's not like ignoring you or attacking you. It's just like not paying attention. You're not able to quite get it to focus on you to befriend it. At least not yet.
He's more interested in where he is and how the fuck he got there.
A little bit. You get the sense that at least for Celestine that these lizards, aside from the ones that have the saddles, are very confused.
Herding cats meet herding lizards.
and not little ones. Like, hold on, let me look at the stats on giant lizards again real quick.
They should be Komodo dragons that we befriended.
I was imagining a bunch of great multicolored Jagras. Great Jagras just popped out of this fucking egg. Because those are big.
Well, yeah, these are large, unaligned beasts that can be ridden or used as a draft animal.
Pack lizards!
Honey, they're not all gonna fit on the freaking bus.
But they're all so cute!
They're not all gonna fit on the bus.
Armin's like sitting on the back of the lizard. He has decided now his. It's this It's like it looks kind of like if you scaled up a Komodo dragon and gave it the scale patterns of a skink. And he's just like looks at Jackie like, that sounds like a you problem, my friend.
Padma's brought out snacks.
Oh, like have you brought it like actual like little chunks of meat or something?
Yes, I brought out jerky.
Let me roll something here for the lizards because a few of them. Oh, passive perception of 10. Apart from the ones with saddles and Celestine's new friend, all the lizards see them snacks and it's like, woo!
Oh.
They're all just like let's do like little tongue thing, just like, ooh, snack. They haven't tried to eat it yet. They're just like, oh. So you have 8 entire lizards swarming around you, and they are all very big.
Padma's casually handing out the beef jerky. She's like, see if there's anybody that could actually treat these cuties well?
Yeah, let's do that. Because how the hell are we gonna get them back to your house?
As you say this, you see a guy in like an official looking uniform walk up, and he's just like, what's going on here?
Padma looks up. Lunchtime goes back to feeding the lizards.
We opened a magic egg, and this is what popped out.
Oh. Okay, so this wasn't on purpose or nothing. He didn't go around stealing lizards.
No.
Okay, so that's why. Okay. You mind keeping them here? I'm gonna call animal control. Make sure they don't hurt themselves or other people.
Sure.
thanks. And he like kind of packs up and walks off. And now that he's walking away, you actually see his official looking uniform. He is actually a cop. It just like he might have been having maybe an off day or was like doing some like formal thing at the office. And was just like out for a walk, and then like he just saw lizards appear.
And then an Undyne being swarmed in them because she has beef jerky.
Yes.
So many blems!
I imagine it sounds not unlike that one video of the geckos, but with Yoshi sound effects.
Yep.
It's like that. Yeah, after a little bit, and Celestine is playing with his new lizard friend. A few a little posse of animal control vehicles show up, and one of to see about wrangling the lizards you guys aren't going to try to keep. Arvin is just like he's just chilling on his like friend who's like also like laying down, like in a sunbeam, just being a content lizard because it's nice and warm. So how many lizards are y'all guys gonna try to keep? You
All
have
of
a
them.
Rabbit looks up. See, I'm not the only one!
They're not all gonna fit on the fucking bus.
At this point, Arvin chimes in. We would need another like entire bus and or trailer to carry them all.
Unless you have a way to get them to your house, Padma.
I just want the... Don't Padma makes a pouty face. I just don't want them getting hurt.
What animal control is here for?
They're not here yet. I can dote.
No, they're arriving as you guys are having this conversation. It's a few big trucks, like some people come out. Most of them, a few look more, clearly like druidically trained than others. And then there's like 2 or 3 who are just furbolgs, just big friendly furbolgs who are approaching.
One of them have pink hair.
No.
Damn it.
Why would he be here? Is my only question.
I don't fucking know.
He's
Nerd.
a grave tender. Let him be content and have tea. Anyway, one of the the guy who looks to be the ringleader of all these people walk up to Padma and her little entourage of lizards who right now I believe are just who are probably getting read stories at this point.
Yep. There's like one half sprawled over her lap, several coiled up around her.
These are 10-foot long lizards, by the way.
Good boys and girls.
Yeah, you've got the purple one on the lap because I'm pretty sure you're not giving her up.
Nope.
The purple guy walks up like, "Oh well, hello there. Looks like
Hello.
you're the ones who have all these your scaly friends."
Out of character, yes. Fucking yes.
They all have that accent. Blame Matt. blame Matt Mercer and Pumat. They all have this accent now.
Sorry, what was his question? I was excited because Pumat voice.
Well, hello there. Are you the one who accidentally conjured up these here lizards?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Ah, okay. Well, unless you're wanting to keep some of them, which I can't blame you. They're right, pretty creatures. How many are we going to be taking back to the, properly released back into their natural habitats?
All I know is she wants to keep the purple one. Pointing directly at Padma.
Arvin's just like, you see Arvin just like, he's sitting next to his lizard, just put an arm around it. my friend. and just like possessively hugs his lizard.
So Padma's like, keep it short. The three with saddles. This one is Scratch is the purple one, and the Boof's friend. She points at Celestine and his rusty colored one.
Okay then.
I think that maps out to about 7 that are going with you.
He's now like, you see him counting on his fingers. Let's see. Got the 3 with the saddles. You got that guy over there and that little. Yeah, that's about 7 for us then. So if you don't mind, I'm just gonna. Hey there, big guys. And you see him now like shift his attention entirely to the lizards. I know you're probably a little confused just suddenly being in a strange place. If you'd like to go home, me and my associates, and he gestures towards the other animal controller officers and the 2 other furbolgs, who like wave, hello there, hi. Do our best to make sure we get you home safe and sound. So if you'd be so kind as to, come this way, we can make sure to get you somewhere safe so you can get back to, doing what you do best and being majestic lizards like you are. It's interesting. You realize he is actually like full on addressing them. Like not in just like the whole just like pet owner talking to the dog, like no. He is saying words and the lizards are understanding them. At least it seems like they are, because a few of them just sort of like look in his direction, do like the little mlem, and then start wandering off towards the other animal control officers. Furbolgs are cool. A few of them don't quite want to go away. Then a couple of druids show up and walk up. One of the other furbolg, the deeper voiced furbolg, walks up, and he's with a bit more like clarity to his voice, like, I'm sorry there, pals, but we can't have you just loose in our park. It's against the rules. You could get in trouble or you could get hurt. And I really don't want that because you look really cute. And it's just like one big like black lizard he's talking to, who's just starts like bobbing its head, like this like little lizard chirp noise, and then follows the furball or thing. Yeah, just right this way. We'll make sure you get home safe and sound. And you are eventually left with your 5 lizards. As the 3 furbolgs and the rest of animal control get the rest out of here.
So, honey, how are we getting these home?
Magic!
Arvin's like, just like, he's got his arm around his big lizard. I can think of a few ways.
Yakumo Distribution Services?
You don't FedEx a dragon.
They're not dragons!
You
Not
don't
yet, anyway.
FedEx a dragon.
They're not dragons!
Yet.
You don't FedEx a lizard.
Just try and fucking stop me. I'm sorry right now. Anyway.
Character, what's a FedEx?
So yes, you guys have 5 lizards. 3 of them are tame, properly, fully tamed and rideable into battle or whatever have you. One of whom has been claimed by Arvin as his friend. You have 2 more. And then you have Rusty, who is Celestine's friend, and then the purple girl who is with Padma.
Purple girl who would have been named Spyro if it was a male lizard.
You're gonna call it Cinder instead, then?
No, because she's black.
Aw.
I remember Snake got on one and I got on one, didn't we?
Yeah. So
Who did I get on?
Snake has a it's very interesting seeing a like 3.5 foot tall kobold riding a 10-foot long like iguana. But you figure it'll seriously fuck with some people.
Padma has named her Purple One Lily.
what my lizard would look like. It's the only frame of reference for a super cool lizard. In my immediate thoughts is the Great Jagras.
I was gonna like, I was about to suggest like some of them look like cavalry drakes from 14.
That was my other thought. I'll go with a cavalry drake.
Lily's just a big purple Komodo dragon.
Yeah. So yeah, however you end up managing your 5 entire giant lizards, you now have 5 entire giant lizards. I've been waiting for someone to crack that egg open for so long. I'll tell you more about what it.
Yells Dragoon Quest for FedExing a dragon. Proceeds to FedEx a fucking giant lizard.
Well, actually, on that of you guys acquiring this, we'll actually call the session there, so we can start out how to deal with them next week, when there's hopefully more people around.
And Kel is more conscious.
Yeah, that too.
I will be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and with the end of the session does come the end of the stream. Thank you all so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow afternoon, starting at about 3 p.m. Pacific, with this week of Wings of the 12 raid in Final Fantasy XIV. And if you guys enjoyed the show this evening, be sure to smash that follow button and make sure you have notifications turned on, so that way Twitch can yell at you when I go live. I also announce when I go live via my Twitter, which is twitter.com/JinxBigNinja, as well as my Discord that all are welcome to join, known as the McLounge. Excuse me. And those 2 avenues, I also post any updates in case something happens and I have to cancel, or any schedule updates and the like. So stay tuned to those. And yeah, until tomorrow, guys. Peace.